just what you wanted.
Yes, what is that? That's a signal source. What is it?
And then I had a sniper and a heavy weapons guy and a rookie.
Oh, that's okay, yep. There's a threat 1 there, I could take that.
The sniper was a woman.
Okay.
And so my obvious first choice for sniper was Nat.
Okay, yep.
Because she's the sort of... I get the feeling that she could do that job quite well. And so...
Nat, if you're watching this, he loves you really.
She can shoot things from a distance. She's not stupid enough to charge into combat. Dave is my heavy weapons guy. I didn't customize Dave at all other than calling him Dave.
Yeah.
So Dave is currently a Mexican with a big ponytail.
There's a Sith Authority here.
And then Jason, who has actually played XCOM a lot and who has won through a game of XCOM with this team of people that I made.
Yeah.
He was my rookie. And like, I went into quite the most in-depth character customization on me and Jason.
Yeah.
Natalie already looked enough like her. Dave's nothing like him. But I gave myself like one of the armor pieces for the arms, because that's what you can really customize, is the arms for your armor. One of them is like the bandage, like being held on with bandages, hacks and things.
Yep.
And so I gave myself that. And then I cycled through to the next squad member, and the next squad member was Nat in the sniper position, and I was like, she's wearing the same arms as me, so that's got to change.
Yeah.
And so I gave her sensible armor.
Okay, yep.
Again, because I don't think that Nat would run into a fight with aliens, even sniping from a distance, in anything less than full armor.
Sounds about right.
And then Jason, being the person who's actually played through the games, has glasses on, because both Jason and I wear glasses in real life, and we both wear them in the game as well.
Yeah. Ooh, missiles flying around.
He also has a helmet, and there's one of the helmet options that still lets you wear your glasses underneath.
Oh, cool.
So I went with the helmet customization that allows him to wear a helmet and look like he knows what's coming, but also wear the glasses so that he can actually see what's coming as well.
Wait, 30k. That's good.
I should actually just set a course for where I'm going. Where am I going? Rebel City. Okay, just a couple of jumps. Do this, and then I think we should leave it for now.
Yeah, I'm gonna head towards the thingy. It's just come through. Oh no, I just had something come through on the from Crowdfire. Cancelled Overwatch graphic novel would have limited the universe, director says.
Yeah, I don't get the point of that one. I'll come back to that actually, because I'll talk about that in a second.
Sure, yeah.
I just want to finish where I was with XCOM. First mission, we go out, and obviously you're not going to see this because I wasn't recording at the time, and I'm probably not going to go back and actually play this again. But the first mission you have to do, you have to go and protect this device that's being used to get alien intel by the rebels.
Yeah.
And you've got options of going like through a bar, or round the back of the bar, or in front of the bar, and like round to the side.
Mm-hmm.
Damn it.
Slow down. Why are you telling me to slow down? I'm nowhere near the thing. What am I near? I'm not near anything.
And so, first time through, we do it. We get in there. There's a point that you can hack.
Okay.
And it's kind of your introduction into hacking from a distance with the what's it called, the Gremlin.
Oh yes, I know the one you mean.
Which obviously is the thing that myself, as the tech guy, has access to.
Yeah.
And so I think, okay, I'll give this a go. They're obviously trying to get me to do this. I've got over 50% chance of this going off fine.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't go off fine. Every enemy on the map, then one, you lose concealment.
Okay.
So every enemy on the map suddenly goes, there's an XCOM team.
There are people here.
But they also suddenly gain concealment and better armor.
Yeah.
So my team of very low-level people suddenly up against a much harder first mission.
Oh dear.
And I wasn't too pleased.
I'd imagine not.
Nat and Dave were cut down by alien gunfire.
Ouch.
Leaving myself and Jason to try and complete the mission on our own. It was nice knowing you, cruise liner that just passed by.
Cruise liner just gone bye-bye.
It's like, we'd like to direct you to this safety announcement, and we'd like to remind you that our cruise liner is in the top 1% of safety for cruise liners. And I'm like, bye. It was nice knowing you. Then poor Jason.
Oh dear.
He what are the little grey guys? Sectoids.
Sectoids. They're not so little now, but yeah.
They're bastards.
Yes.
He got mind controlled.
Ouch.
So he cut me down in a hail of gunfire. And that's how we lost the first mission.
Yay!
But then we went back and we won it, so that's all cool. But no, this... I was going to say, and now we'll probably wrap up, but I want to go on a little bit longer and talk about this, because this was a news story that just came out that's like, okay, why?
Go on then.
So are you actually still doing stuff at the moment? Because I'm just like pulling.
I'm just flying to the station at the moment. I'm just flying towards the station, so it's not a lot going on. I'm
pulling into a station at the moment as well. I was kind of hoping that you were going to be doing something interesting, like flying between places.
I'm flying to a station, so I'm still in Super Cruise.
Cool. Hopefully that'll give us enough stuff to do this if I ever actually get around to talking about what I want to talk about. So yeah, there's this. They were going to do an Overwatch graphic novel.
Okay.
And the studio head has said it would have been limiting. They've already talked about the fact that interactions within the game aren't considered canon to the storyline. Because they have speech elements in the game where characters know things about other characters that they don't know in the overarching plot line of the game, if that makes any sense.
It does, actually, because when you have certain characters in the lobby area, in the base area, they do say things to each other. They do say what is it? Widowmaker will ask like Hanzo, why doesn't he join Talon and things like that. Or
I think the specific one that I've seen referenced is Soldier 76 doesn't know who Reaper is.
No, I think he does actually know who Reaper is. Whatever his sources are, I think he has to.
he, at least in the storyline, at the point they are at the moment, he knows of Reaper.
Yeah.
But he doesn't know who is under the mask. I'm fairly certain it's he is one of the people that doesn't know, but there are audio recordings in the game, audio elements in the game where he does.
Yeah.
But they've said that he doesn't.
That's a bit weird.
But it doesn't make any sense to me to have a universe, like, you've got the game universe.
Yeah.
Which is all well and good saying some of the stuff that happens in the game universe isn't canon, it just makes for a better game experience. It's a bit weird.
That doesn't work for me. Always, the game should always be the first source for canon, surely.
I think it makes sense given the type of game that Overwatch is.
Yeah.
If Overwatch was a big plotline-y...
I've got some weapons for you. You might have some excitement for this part of the video.
Cool. I've just actually taken another mission to just do this one that's real 2 quick jumps and a couple of thousand.
So carry on, yeah? Overwatch, yeah.
If Overwatch had a big overarching single-player storyline, that would be the source of plotline. But because it's the multiplayer mode, I can see that they're like, we want to make the best game experience we can. It doesn't matter to us if not everything is canon, as long as we tell you what is and isn't. And like we have this canon that's over here that you can go to and you can get if you want it. But that would be this comic that they're talking about not doing because it would have been restricting.
This kind of goes back to our conversation earlier on about game companies that like focus on gameplay more than storyline.
Yeah. This is actually, this perfectly ties into that. This is Blizzard Overwatch being, we've got a storyline, it's over there, we're not going to let it get in the way of the gameplay. But then it doesn't make any sense to me that they would then say, we're not going to do this other project that would give you that storyline.
Oh, 20k.
Like Injustice.
Yeah.
Which has installed on the Xbox behind me, and I'm looking to play a little bit of. Why can't I make the jump? I'm looking to play a bit of it after we finish this.
If we ever finish it.
If we ever finish this. But they did, like DC Comics did a comic book that told the origin of...
I remember this from the previous
Injustice.
One, yeah.
They've still done it. It's been 4 years. They've done 4 years worth of comic books set in this alternate universe of DC Comics, where Superman went insane and started the regime and did all of this stuff. There's 4 years of comics.
They've done that for a few things. They did that for what was it, DC Universe?
Yeah.
And they did it for Batman Arkham City, the Arkham series. They've done the huge Arkham series. They've done like Arkham Unhinged, Arkham City Stories. They've done a lot of stuff.
And the thing is, that doesn't get in the way of the game at all.
Well, a lot of the time, it actually is the backstory. It's the backstory to the game, not so much the game itself. It's the backstory for it.
Yeah.
And I thought the most recent Overwatch event, I thought that was part of the backstory. I thought that was like the story of the Omnic War. I thought that was part of the backstory.
I'm fairly certain that is part of the backstory. I mean, if that's how they want to live a backstory, I'm fine with that.
But then it's like, what's the point? But then it's like you're saying, like, we're going to have several different stories going on, and you just pick the one you want.
I think the thing is, they want to tell the one storyline. They want to have this story that is what it is. I just think they can tell it in multiple media.
I agree, yeah.
It's not that they want to tell you multiple stories.
Nope, not doing that one.
It's that there are some elements of the game that don't fit the plot line of the game.
Yeah.
To tell a better story for that bit where you do that thing. It's like, as going back to Injustice, I was watching a lot of the intro clips for characters last night. And they've got a lot of intro clips where characters reference the other character, where those characters are never going to actually meet up at all in the single-player storyline mode.
Yeah.
Like, one of the ones that I was watching was Power Girl and all of her introductions. And there's a couple of them where she meets... Oh, boy.
She meets
Supergirl.
Okay.
Who is obviously Power Girl, in case you don't know the DC storylines.
Power Girl is Supergirl from a different dimension, or a different Earth, isn't she? Yeah.
From a different world.
Yeah.
So they have references to the fact that they look very similar. They have one of the introductions is Supergirl saying, "Wait, do I have a sister now?" And Power Girl saying, "No, I'm just from a different dimension." And Supergirl saying, "Good, I don't have to hold back." And then they also have ones for Power Girl going on to a fight against Power Girl, complaining about how many multiple realities are there out there.
Okay.
And then the other Power Girl saying something along the lines of millions, billions, infinite, who cares? Those aren't going to come up in the single-player storyline, but they're nice little touches for people to come across when they're actually playing the game in whatever way they want to play it. And I think basically what they're saying is that's the same sort of a thing in Overwatch, in the way that you play it. If they did it so that only the characters that would meet up in their canon, it would be very restrictive on the gameplay. Like, you wouldn't ever meet Soldier 76 wouldn't ever be able to be on a mission with Reaper because they wouldn't go on a mission together.
It depends. It can be done. It depends what the comic is. If the comic's a prequel to the game, you can do whatever you like.
Yeah, but I'm strictly at this point. I'm strictly here talking about the gameplay of the game itself.
Oh, so you're saying if the story takes place in the time frame of the game?
No, I'm saying if you in the game structured the game so that only the canon storylines could occur.
Okay, yeah.
You wouldn't have any mission, like you wouldn't be able to have a team where Reaper and McCree and Soldier 76 were on the same team.
By that token, you wouldn't actually have two Overwatch teams fighting each other, to be honest.
Probably true.
A lot of the game just wouldn't make sense if you stuck with that. So I can see what you're saying by that, yeah.
But yeah, I think a comic would be a very good way to explore the world.
Yeah.
And obviously, it's going to tell story elements. It's going to have to, and you're going to have to stick to those if you want to. But it shouldn't be restrictive to tell your story.
You can see what it's saying. Overwatch as a whole doesn't suit a framing story, does it? It's just purely...
It doesn't. Like, there can be a story to it, and obviously there are a lot of story elements, but there's also a lot of story elements the player that you make up for yourself as you play it.
Oh, I just came completely the wrong angle there.
And there's a couple of those that have been embraced by Bungie and put into the storyline. So there's things obviously like Diva being obsessed with Doritos and Mountain Dew. It was never, as far as we know, never originally a part of her character. But then people started saying, well, she's a gamer from Korea. Of course she's obsessed with those things. And then we've got emotes now in the game.
Not only that, I saw Diva is a purchasable announcer for StarCraft 2. So she can actually, so she's actually does voiceover like stuff for StarCraft 2.
Sweet. Anyway, I think that's a good wrapping up point.
Just let me cash these missions in.
I will let you keep going for as long as you want, but
so I think
John FBF.
Hey.
Wrapping up.
Cool. And I am going to stop there as well.
We will be back another time. If we've not done it yet, we are currently in a race to 300 with Tiny Night Films. If we have done it, we might now be in a race to 400.
Sorry, not my fault.
Jeff had challenged Tiny Night to a race to 300. We'd really like to beat them, but also send them some support because they're awesome, we're awesome, everybody's awesome.
Definitely do that, yeah.
So do hit the subscribe button. If we get to 300 first, we get to make them do something incredibly embarrassing, and we don't want to have to do the incredibly embarrassing thing back. So do that thing, and see you next time.
See you next time.
And that's recording.
And this is me trying to do a camera thing from outside, but apparently I've got no controls for it.
See, that was my problem.
Yep.